Hello, everyone. So as I suspected, Andrew Yang dropped out first. I did say that he's going to drop out the first. He's going to go so fast. And then next is going to be Klobuchar. And also next is going to be Pete Buttigieg. Simultaneously, they dropped out in the order I suspected they would. Now, probably next is going to be Biden. Even though Sanders has been winning all this time, because of these guys have dropped out, the game will change. Completely different. You have to look at what kind of supporters were supporting Yang. Well, not so much Yang, but Klobuchar and Pete Buttigieg, and Biden also. Biden supporters, I would very much doubt they will go after Sanders. They will support Sanders. That's my suspicion. They like, not all of them, but many of them would like to go for something more established and more safer game rather than support Sanders, who is very far left. I doubt that they will support him. And of course, this is intuitive talking, not so much political talking, okay? Even Pete Buttigieg, if you look at supporters who supported Amy, Pete, Biden, Yang, they are not very cult-like, you know what I mean? They just support the ideas, but not so much the person self. See, I would always be very, very careful when someone is supporting a person. Well, in a way that's good, but when it gets to be so loyal to the point where it becomes like cult-like, I don't see how positive that could be, you know? And their supporters are scary. I gotta tell you this. I mean, I don't really feel like they are. You look at internet comments they make, and it's not surprising that they are accused of being a communist, okay? Or even socialist. I don't mind socialist. I really don't mind that. But if you look at the Lenin and Marx, when the Lenin and Marxism and communism started to come out, that's how people were. They were fanatic. They were very, very fanatic. They were very loyal. And they had a wonderful idea, but it was not really supported by any proven fact. They just loved it because people were so sick and tired of being poor and being minority and being at the bottom. So they have one person comes out with this seemingly great idea, and people go crazy, like a fanatic. If not Sanders, nobody else kind of attitude, you know? I would always be careful of that type of approach with anyone. Doesn't matter who. That's when people start fighting. And they become violent when they don't get what they want. So in some sense, if you look at Pete Buttigieg, so I am going to, remember, I have been doing only readings for Bloomberg and Sanders. Because that's what it's gonna be. I already knew that. I'm going to read on Sanders, and then I'm going to read on Bloomberg, who will be nominated. because of a lot of things that is happening around the world, that will play a big part that who becomes nominated, you know, who becomes nominee. So this is for Sanders, and I will read Bloomberg at the, in one video. Is Sanders going to be nominated? I already gave you my facial reading on both of the people. Now this part, I wasn't talking about politically, just facial reading. And I already mentioned why, you know, someone wouldn't be nominated, for what reason. Sanders, will he be nominated? Let's look. I mean, this could change back and forth. Depends on what kind of popularity he gets for a while, and then how much Bloomberg gets, you know. We'll have to wait and see. But he's gaining a lot of popularity right now. Look at this. He's got so much of support from his supporters, and God, he's got a lot of good cards. A lot will happen. This is a near future, okay? This is Bloomberg, okay, coming in, and he will probably put a huge change onto his game. Now, I mean, this is pretty good card, okay? In the long term, short term, there's going to be some news coming out. It's very, very unfavorable for him. He has had a lot of good winning, okay? He's still winning. Money is going to be a little bit of a problem for him because he doesn't have a lot of money like Bloomberg does, and that Bloomberg has nothing but money. You know, he's playing money game. We all know that. There's nothing secret about it. And choices. People are confused. They Sanders, Biden, Amy Klobuchar, Bloomberg. Let me see. I'm sorry. Go back. Sanders, Biden, Amy Klobuchar, Pete Buttigieg, Yang, Bloomberg. There was another person. Who was it? So it looks like 7 of them. And here, choose one of them, you know. People are just busy. So this is what has been happening. And now there's like he's been going really smooth all along. And then all of a sudden, there's going to be major change. There's like some sort of big event happens to him. And it's because of Bloomberg. Bloomberg comes in and influence this situation here. And it's going to put him in some sort of restrictions. He will not be able to do what he has been doing all this time, whatever the reason, okay? And he will try to be nominated, and he will try very hard to be, usually that's like a mastery card. So how I interpret this will be more of he's going to be wanting to be president. Okay, this is a completion card. Magician card, which is a brand new beginning. So this is Sanders reading, okay? But I'm going to compare with Bloomberg reading to see which one has better reading, okay? So 8 of Pentacles. He's going to continue working on to be nominee. Bloomberg. Never Bloomberg's reading. Is he going to be nominated? I already, early on December, I was reading for Sanders and Bloomberg, only 2 people. I didn't even waste my time on other people. Even though I initially supported Pete Buttigieg, then later I found out he took a lot of money from the, corporate. Then as a matter as well, just I will vote for Bloomberg instead of voting for someone who's receiving money from the corporate, which is all the same game they have been doing all this time, That is my own opinion, my only personal opinion. I like to be able to read on person. When I meet a person, when I see a person, I like to know about that person. Sometimes I have a tough time reading on very few people, but I do. When I have a little bit of tough time reading on someone, usually it's always negative. And I am not able to read Sanders too well, okay? That's probably one reason why I always didn't like him, didn't care for him. I shouldn't say I didn't like him, I just didn't care for him. He's got something that I don't understand what it is, which bugs me. Bloomberg is more open book, okay, than Sanders. A lot of people like Sanders. I know that. But I also know a lot of people used to tell me about a couple of people in my in the past. When I knew that person wasn't all that great, people kept telling me, oh, he's a great person, great. Look at him himself. Look at that. He's walking away. Oh, he has some bad near future. He doesn't have a good reading. But look at that. This is outcome card. Wow. It's like he's getting help from other people, but near future, he's going to suffer. See, the help is going to come. Look at that. Both of them have a world card. Isn't that amazing? Both of them have a world card. So, this is himself. And it's going to be hard for him to try, get what he is looking for at this point. I'm going to read this as he's not giving up. He had back and forth thoughts about running, but he's still running. He's not giving up. Pretty much, he's going to be very disappointed, and he's going to be very doubtful. Am I really going to win or lose? Or he goes through this, doubts and concerns. But he endures. He sticks to it. He works at it. He has the endeavor. I mean, he will put a lot of effort and money and time. Queen of Cups, and somebody is going to help him. He has a lot of help from women, you know that? Females. This woman could be probably running mate or help him or whatever. And Four of Coins, Four of Pentacles. He wants to really be able to win and have what he wants, you know, and he's gonna get help. He's going to get a lot of help. Or he could help. See, this is not really yes/no card. For Sanders, it is yes card in the outcome card. So let me do this. One more thing before closing down this video. I will just pull one card for each one of them. Send us. Send us. Because it did not really give me very outstanding, distinctive card, you know. I mean, this is for Sanders. Will be nominated? Nine of Pentacles. For Bloomberg, Nine of Pentacles. I'm just going to pull one card to see. Is Bloomberg going to be the nominee? Is he going to be nominated? Ace of Wands. Damn. This is like a new passion, new job, you know what I mean? A new start, a new location. And for Sanders, it was Nine of Pentacles, okay? So Nine of Pentacles is somebody who's achieving, it's almost like, almost getting there. But for Bloomberg, it's a beginning. You know what I mean? Almost like a new job, new passion, new beginning, new location. For Sanders, it was like you get there, but almost not complete. You know what I'm saying? It's not ten of Pentacles, like kind of card. It's almost there, but not really completion. You know what I mean? So it looks slightly, little bit favorable for Sanders at this time, currently. But for long term, it's going to be very, very, very tight race. Okay? But to me, Eight of Wands is more of he's going to take on new job, okay? So let's wait and see. That's what cards told me. I will do a reading in a month or so again to see if anything has changed. Maybe because it's so very unpredictable, you know? But then overall, what's most important? Who is going to be our next president is most important. Because main thing is we got to get rid of Donald Trump. Right? Thank you, guys.